Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to update the code on your pinball machine. I recently got this KISS pinball machine, brand new in the box. It's a 2015 model and the code has never been updated, so I thought I'd put together a little video, show everybody how it's done. Now the first thing you want to do is power up your machine so you can identify what version you currently have installed. When you first boot up, most manufacturers will display the version in the upper right hand corner of the machine. On the DMD, in this case, it's a 1.03 is installed. Now the next step, what you want to do is get online and go to your manufacturer's website and determine what code you need to update to. The only thing you need for this update is an 8 GB or better USB flash drive. Now I recommend you have it completely empty or reformatted before you do this. So now that I'm at Stern's website, you scroll over to the right, the support, there's a drop down menu, and you click on the game code. You can just scroll down and search for your game by the extensive list, or you can type it in the search. There's a lot of games, so I'm just going to type in the name of my machine, and the different download files will come up for the current code updates. Now you want to make sure you download the right file for your particular machine. If you have a KISS Pro, you want to download the Pro file. If you have a Premium, you want to download the Premium. And in my case, I have an LE, so I want to download the second one from the top there, the 1.410 game code update. That's a big difference between the 1.03 code that came installed on my machine, like 5 years difference. So they usually, when a new game comes out, they take about a year or two to really flesh out the code and iron out all the bugs through feedback through the customers, through gameplay and whatnot. So whenever you buy a new machine in box, you can expect that it's gonna kind of evolve and change over the first couple years that it comes out. Okay, so here we got the download started already. You can see the progress on the lower part of the screen there. It shouldn't take you too long, maybe a minute or two depending on your internet connection. This file size is only 1 GB, so it's not too big. It won't take too long to download. So after it's done downloading, what you want to do is extract the files onto your computer, and after that you want to copy them over onto the flash drive. And from there we're going to be taking the flash drive out and plugging it into the pinball machine and turning on the pinball machine and starting the update. It's pretty much that simple. Now that we have the files extracted and copied onto the flash drive, we're ready to remove the back glass and plug in the USB stick and turn on the machine and start updating the code. So here I am removing the back glass from the machine. A nice little tip is to always keep your keys inside your coin door for your back glass. That way when you need to access it, you won't have to look around. They're always just right there, right inside the key door. I've already made that mistake and put them somewhere else for another machine and had to spend a lot of time to find the damn key, so it's just easier to keep your keys with your machine. So this has 1 to 2 USB ports. I'm going to put it in USB port A, plug it in nice and firm. Then I'm going to turn the machine on, and it usually will automatically read that there's a memory stick in there, and it'll ask you if you want to start updating code from there. Fire it up. Like usual, it's going to take a few seconds to boot up. Let's see if it reads it here. Yep, welcome to the update. So now what you want to do is open your coin door and go to your control pad down there. You have a selection of buttons that control the settings in the menu. And you basically just want to tell it you to confirm to update the code. And it lets you know what code you're updating it to. The version, we got it identified on the machine, 1.01 or 1.41. And okay, I selected yes, and it's starting the update. Now this is a pretty significant update. 1 gigabyte is a lot to update because obviously they probably had, you know, maybe 5 or 6 minor updates between here and the time my machine came out. So this one's a little bit bigger than usual.
Update is done
So it'll
installing
probably
on the
take
machine.
a good, you know, 20-30 minutes.
Go
So I'm just
ahead
going to fast
and
forward all
remove
this.
the USB flash drive.
Kind of boring to watch. So
And
we'll
what you
just,
want to do is power
skip kinda
cycle the
towards
machine off.
or any more
Basically
important
just reboot
steps.
it.
I'll highlight those along the way.
So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to unplug it and I'm going to turn it off. And then wait for a second and fire it back up. Or maybe 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Geesh. Maybe I went for a smoke break. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, I was getting the back glass. That's what I was doing. I'm always pretty careful about doing this so I don't scratch anything up. Good thing I'm skinny enough to fit through the narrow gap between my machines. Okay, so I got the back glass installed, and now I'm ready to turn it back on, and we'll see if the update took. Man, what's taking this guy so long? Hurry up. We're all waiting here. Come on, buddy. Okay, so I'm firing it back up, and now you want to look in the upper right hand corner to make sure the new code is installed, and it'll say read the version. We're looking for a 1.41. Taking a little bit longer than usual to boot up. Good indication that it's read some code. And there we have it, version 1.41. Now after this, what it's going to do is it's going to change some things around on the hardware. So you might have some, it might adjust some flipper strength or some bumper strength, depending on whatever the code said to do. And bam, just like that, everything is done. We are all updated and finished, and it's ready to play. Another nice thing is sometimes, not always, but in this case it didn't reset my pretty much paltry high score of 40 million on the machine, but sometimes they will wipe out your high scores and you'll have to start all over, but it's not really a big issue, especially not for me since I've only had the machine like a week when I made this video, so not like I had a super high score to worry about anyway. But there you have it. We're all updated, ready to go.